Brady.
Yeah, a lot of positives that I saw from the Cowboys today. Still with that fight. And again, that resilience and toughness is always challenged in the NFL. I don't care if it's Thanksgiving, if it's Sunday night football, Monday night football. You got to show up every week and play. And the way Parsons played, overshown. Brandon Cook's coming back, making plays. Cooper Rush continuing to win football games for this club, coming as a backup and doing a great job. So many positives that I saw. It's fun Thanksgiving Day. Fun to be with you, partner.
Sure was. We got more to do.
Those are words from the GOAT, Tom Brady. Brothers, Tom Brady mentioned numerous times in this game that he is proud that the Cowboys didn't fold, didn't roll over and die. He praised them for continuing to fight, to continue to show resilience, to not roll over and give up and tank for a goddamn draft pick. I was sick and fucking tired of all these fans, and I'm not going to call them fake. I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, you can't roll over. You know, franchises like the Giants, like the Panthers, you know, franchises like the Raiders, you know, they always, the Jags, they always get top picks. And what does it do for their franchise? What does it fucking do for their franchise? The Jaguars, the Raiders, Panthers, Giants. You keep going down the list, man. Keep going. Keep going. They have top draft picks year after year after year, and they never improve. Brothers, loser franchises, poverty franchises, they always go for the top pick and they never improve. They never show it on the field. I understand you want that top 10 draft pick, that top 5 draft pick, but brothers, you can't go out like this. You can't have your team week after week after week embarrass you. You can't. What kind of shit is that? To watch them just fold. I'm so thankful that the GOAT, because if you won't listen to me, I would hope that you would listen to the GOAT Tom Brady. You don't fold. You don't quit. It doesn't matter. We don't have a chance to go to the playoffs. Well, we got a minuscule chance, but we're pretty much out of it. But we're still showing fight and heart and grit, and that's what I love about this team. Brothers, we haven't had a 2-game win streak this season. We haven't had that. No. Did we? No, I'll take that back because we beat the Giants, and then I think after that we beat the Steelers. I'm not quite sure if this is our first or second 2-game win streak, but brothers, we were on a 5-game losing streak before Sunday. We haven't won a game in almost 2 months. You mean to tell me that shit wasn't painful for y'all? I know that shit was painful for y'all because it hurt me, man. It hurt me to the goddamn core to see them getting blown out week in and week out, not even being competitive, not even putting up a fight. It feels good to know that this team grabbed their fucking nuts and went out there and said, fuck this, we're not tanking, we're not going to get embarrassed anymore. Brothers, I don't care if we make the playoffs this season. Shit didn't go our way this year. All the injuries, the difficult schedule, just so much chaos caused by Jerry Jones. We had so much going against us this season. And it's too late to make a run. It is. But at the same, you're just thankful that this team still has something, man. They still care. They still want to go out and win and be respectable, be competitive, be scrappy. This is what I've wanted. I don't care about the fucking playoffs now. I just want to be respectable. I just want to see some fight in this team. I just need a reason to believe, man. And I'm not talking about believing in making the playoffs. I'm talking about believing in this roster, believing in the culture that Coach McCarthy has garnered, has built. this team not folding and not giving up, that bodes well for Mike McCarthy. It really does. It really does. If he somehow gets this team to 9 wins, brothers, if he can will this team to 9 wins, brothers, he may deserve another year here, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, man. He may deserve another year. All the shit that he dealt with all season long, and he gets us to 9 wins, and everybody, and the thing is, I know Coach McCarthy is a good coach. He's won a Super Bowl with Green Bay. He went 3 straight 12-5 seasons with us, man. And all the pundits, even Tom Brady, even he mentioned Coach McCarthy is a good coach. He's a very good coach. Coach McCarthy is respected around the league. He's a damn good coach. Just haven't had a good stroke of luck here. But I mean, when you go 12-5, 3 straight seasons, and you push this team this season to possibly 9 wins, if you can do that, man, you kind of deserve another shot, man. Your general manager, your owner didn't give you any talent. You suffered with a bevy of injuries. You lose your starting quarterback and MVP runner-up Dak Prescott, and you can still will this team to 9 wins? Hey, man, he may deserve another shot, man. He may deserve another shot. But, brothers, I am so proud of this team. It makes me, it feels so good to not be embarrassed. You get your first win at home. Damn, that's so tough to say. This is our first win at home, dog. And granted, it was against the Giants, but brothers, I don't care. I don't care who it's against. I don't give a shit. Just showing fight and heart is all I want, man. Is all most of us want. You know, there's some weirdos out there that's like, we're ruining our draft stock. Man, fuck that. Fuck that shit. That's dumb. And the thing is, like, we got, one of the best pass rushers in the league in Michah Parsons, who had 1.5 sacks today, who was just putting so much pressure and speeding up Drew Lock's clock, just putting so much pressure on the offensive line. You got a premier pass rusher who's top 3. You got your starting quarterback who was MVP runner-up last season in Dak Prescott, and you got your star wideout in CeeDee Lamb. Bro, why do we need to draft in the top 5 anyway? Why do we need to draft in the top 10 anyway? The 3 main positions, premier positions, are sewn up. You pay Michah Parsons, boom. Wherever you fall in the draft, you can address your needs there. You can get a good running back. You may not be able to get Ashton Genty, but you can get Omarion Hampton from North Carolina. You can look at the 2 running backs from Ohio State. You can look at Evan Neal from Kansas. There's this Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State. This draft class is filled with talented running backs. You can look at the running back from Iowa. Plenty of running backs. Plenty. We don't need to draft a quarterback. We don't need to draft a pass rusher. We don't need to draft all of that, and we don't need to be top 5 for that. We don't. So what's the point of tanking your season and being a national embarrassment for a top 10, top 5 pick? What's the point of that? No. You show resilience and you keep going. Rico Dowdle. When we decided to cut the bullshit and stop with this running back by committee. Listen, we don't have the running backs to do a committee. We don't have the running backs like the Detroit Lions. We don't have that. We don't have David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. We don't have that. We don't have 2 great running backs. We have 1 solid running back in Rico Dowdle, and the rest are garbage. Make Rico Dowdle your focal point. That's what we've done in the past few weeks. Made him the focal point. He had his best games this past Sunday against the Redskins and today against the Giants. This was his first 100-yard game of his career. First 100-yard game. Brothers, did you know that this was our first 100-yard running back in 26 games? Even with Tony Pollard last year, we weren't getting that many. We weren't getting solo performances of our running backs getting 100 yards. So this has been an ongoing issue for quite some time. But to see Rico Dowdle finally get 100 yards in his career, and look what happens. The offense looks competent at times. I'm telling you, most of the time it still looks sluggish. It does. But it looks competent at times because we have Rico Dowdle. We're going to feed him, and he's explosive enough. He's a good downhill runner. He can get you 4 or 5 yards a carry. And I love to see it. He's a solid catcher out of the backfield as well. So kudos to Rico Dowdle. He's looked really good the last couple of weeks. I look forward to seeing what he's going to do against the Cincinnati Bengals and against the Carolina Panthers. I look forward to it. I'm so glad that we just cut the bullshit. We're making him the focal point of the offense when it comes to the running game. Such a great move. Since we've done that, we've been wildly successful running the football compared to our standards. I'm not saying we got Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry or Lamar Jackson running. I'm not saying all that. But compared to what we've been, this has been stellar. Michah Parsons, man, ever since he came back, man, the defense has just been on another level. The defense play, now there are times where like they get tired because they've been out there on the field too long and they may have busted coverage or the defensive line, they're just worn out. That happens. But man, this defense has been playing pretty damn well since Michah Parsons came back. And brothers, all the motherfuckers that said trade Michah Parsons for picks, I'm telling you, there are so many teams that are willing to give up the whole house for Michah Parsons, and we would still be idiots to do it. The reason why, do you know how hard it is to come by a Michah Parsons? He is a generational player, Hall of Fame player, and you want to trade him for picks. And what's crazy, brothers, those picks combined won't even be worth what Michah Parsons can do on the field. Have you ever thought of that? You keep harking back on the Herschel Walker trade. You think we're going to, lightning is going to strike twice. You think you're going to find all this shit. You're going to hit again. Brothers, that was an anomaly. That is not going to happen again. Herschel Walker wasn't even close to being the type of player that Michah Parsons is. Herschel Walker was a one-year wonder running back. The Vikings were idiots, traded the house for him. He was never the same since. I guarantee you trade Michah Parsons somewhere or you let him go, he's still going to be on the Hall of Fame trajectory that he's on right now. Do you know how hard it is to get players like this and you want to trade them away? You idiots. I hope you eat your words and I hope you reconsider your position because your position is idiotic and you have a chance to reconsider and rethink this. I'm giving you a shot. DeMarvion Overshown. Did y'all see that interception, that pick six? Did you see it, dog? Did you see it, man? He tipped the pass. He tipped Drew Lock's pass. He tipped it up high, caught it, boom, end zone. Whoo, that was a thing of beauty. Man, DeMarvion Overshown. The only thing that concerns me about DeMarvion is his health, because, of course, last year he missed the entire season. And, you know, he takes a couple of blows here and there. He gets the wind knocked out of him. That's the only thing that scares me about him. But other than that, he is explosive. He's tough. He's hard-hitting, and he's smart. He's a smart linebacker, man. Hook 'em horns, by the way. He is from Texas. Brothers, if you didn't know about him before he got to the Cowboys, he's a product of the Texas Longhorns. Hook 'em horns, baby. DeMarvion Overshown is fucking spectacular, man. And it's always great to have Deron Bland out there, you know, your all-pro corner who set the record for most pick six return for a touchdown in NFL history. It's always great to have him back. So, brothers, we're getting a little healthy, even though CeeDee Lamb, he kind of re-aggravated his AC joint in his shoulder. I hope he'll be okay. We're going to have some sort of it's actually kind of like a bye because the next time we play is December 9th against the Bengals. So he's going to have, excuse me, brothers. He's going to have quite some time to let that pain like kind of, subside a little bit. So, I hope to see CeeDee Lamb had a couple of drops today. I can't say uncharacteristic because he has games where he has multiple drops. I've seen it. We've all seen it. So I don't know if that's the injury bothering him. I don't know. But I believe in CeeDee Lamb. He'll be fine. He just needs to clean this shit up. He needs to get a little more healthy. Brothers, I'm impressed with what I've seen the last two games. Just, you beat the Vagiants. We sweep the Vagiants for the fourth straight year. Brothers, it just feels good to the fucking Vagiants, man, and the Redskins. It feels good to know that no matter how bad we are, we're still good enough to dominate our rivals. We're still good enough to finish them off. Our floor is their ceiling. It feels good, man, knowing that we still have dominance over these teams. And I really hope they have a solid showing against the Eagles in the penultimate game of the season. I really do. That would be the trifecta, beating each team in the division. That'd be spectacular. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. But brothers, I love what I'm seeing. I love the fight. I love the heart. I love the grit. I enjoy not being embarrassed, man. I really do. I enjoy it. It means a lot. As a fan, we don't have to get clowned every fucking week because we lose by 50. It feels good, man. It feels fucking good. My Mavs had a big win against the Knicks yesterday. The Cowboys winning 2 straight. And then, the Texas Longhorns were going against those fucking Aggies on Saturday night. And at Kyle Field in College Station. Hopefully we can get a big win there. Brothers, it just feels good to be a Cowboys fan right now. It does. It does. I don't care, I don't care that we're not going to make the playoffs. It feels good to just win. To just not be an embarrassment. It feels good, man. It really does. It really does. I am my brothers. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Peace.